An explosive announcement today as a prominent Democrat U.S. senator was indicted on bribery charges, this involving assistance he apparently gave to the government of Egypt.
Today I'm announcing that my office has obtained a 3-count indictment charging Senator Robert Menendez, his wife Nadine Menendez, and 3 New Jersey businessmen, Wael Hannah, Jose Uribe, and Fred Davies, for bribery offenses. The investigation that led to these charges has been run out of the Southern District of New York. The indictment alleges that between 2018 and 2022, Senator Menendez, the senior U.S. Senator from New Jersey and the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, and his wife Nadine Menendez, engaged in a corrupt relationship with Hannah, Uribe, and Davies. The indictment alleges that through that relationship, the senator and his wife accepted hundreds of thousands of dollars of bribes in exchange for Senator Menendez using his power and influence to protect and to enrich those businessmen and to benefit the government of Egypt. The indictment alleges that Hannah, Uribe, and Davies provided bribes in the form of cash, gold, home mortgage payments, a low-show or a no-show job for Nadine Menendez, a Mercedes-Benz, and other things of value to the senator and his wife. The indictment alleges that Senator Menendez took several actions as part of this corrupt relationship. First, the indictment alleges that Senator Menendez used his power and influence, including his leadership role on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, to benefit the government of Egypt in various ways. Among other actions, Senator Menendez allegedly provided sensitive, non-public U.S. government information to Egyptian officials and otherwise took steps to secretly aid the government of Egypt. We also allege that Senator Menendez improperly pressured a senior official at the U.S. Department of Agriculture to protect a lucrative monopoly that the government of Egypt had awarded to Hannah, a lucrative monopoly that Hannah then used to fund certain bribe payments. Second, the indictment alleges that Senator Menendez used his power and influence to try to disrupt a criminal investigation and prosecution undertaken by the New Jersey Attorney General's office related to an associate and a relative of Uribe. Third, the indictment alleges that Senator Menendez used his power and influence to try to disrupt a federal prosecution of Davies in the District of New Jersey in 2 ways. First, by seeking to install a United States attorney who he thought could be influenced with respect to Davies, and second, by trying to influence that office to act favorably in Davies' case. And as we allege in the indictment, the senator agreed to do these things and use his power in this way because Hannah was paying bribes, because Uribe was paying bribes, and because Davies was paying bribes. Special agents with the FBI executed search warrants on the residence and safe deposit box of Senator Menendez and Nadine Menendez in New Jersey. When they got there, they discovered approximately $500,000 of cash stuffed into envelopes and closets. Some of the cash was stuffed in the senator's jacket pockets. Some of the envelopes of cash contained Davies' fingerprints or Davies' DNA. That's not all. Agents also discovered a lot of gold that was provided by Davies and Hannah. And the FBI, of course, found the Mercedes-Benz that Uribe had provided them.
That's right. Democrat U.S. Senator Bob Menendez of the Democratic Party, the Democrat senator from New Jersey since 2006. Did I mention he was a Democrat? See, a lot of the mainstream media outlets, they're leaving that part out. He's a Democrat. And he and his wife apparently took hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in gold and cash. They searched his home and they found cash hidden in his sock drawer and envelopes and was it in the freezer? That's some cold hard cash if it was there. This looks gross, dirty, ugly. In fact, there are text messages that he sent his wife talking about votes he was about to put forth in the Senate with regard to funding for military weapons and assistance to Egypt. She would then send it right to their contacts in Egypt. And it's obvious what's going on here. And it's good to see that a Democrat can actually face criminal charges when something like this happens. This announcement comes just 2 days after Merrick Garland promised the American people, despite what we clearly see transpire every day in Washington, D.C., that there are not two sets of rules for people in this city, that Democrats have to face justice if they break the law in the same way that Republicans might. So here we go. Bob Menendez, Democrat, indicted for bribery for getting cash from foreign governments. Now, you got to ask yourself, if it's wrong what Bob Menendez did, then why is it okay that President Biden's son, Hunter, did pretty much the exact same thing? He had deals with foreign governments. He accepted cash and diamonds and a Porsche from foreign governments. And he not only had access to his dad, the vice president, and inside information about what his dad and the Obama administration was going to do for a lot of those countries that made him rich, but he then sold that access to the very countries that gave him $20 million. If it's wrong for Senator Menendez, why is it okay for Biden's son?